Hello student, welcome to online tutorial session. Today we will learn about the classifications of computers. Okay, so we can classify our computer in many ways, but we need to identify the factors or depending upon which we can classify our computer. Okay, so depending upon the size and the capability of the computer, okay, this can be classified into in many ways. That is supercomputer, mainframe computer, mini computer, and microcomputers or the desktops. Okay, so first we will learn about the supercomputers. So the supercomputers are the larger computers that are usually made in the scientific research organization. So this processes complex scientific data that requires huge processing power in the area like weather forecasting, astronomy, speech analyzation, code breaking. Okay, so supercomputer use parallel processing to solve the problem faster than the ordinary computers. So there are also most powerful and expensive computers are available. Okay, so the Ch-1, the supercomputer, was the first computer capable of performing at over 10 to the power 8 flops. Okay, Part4 8000 is built in 1990s is considered India's first supercomputers. Okay, so now talked about the mainframe computers. The supercomputers have limited applications and are too expensive for the normal use. So mainframe computers, on the other hand, are largest type of computer after supercomputers and which are put to a common use. Okay, so Honey Bull DPS-7 is actually example of a mainframe computer. So mainframe computers are used in a larger organization such as banks, railways, airways, hospitals. Okay, that need a frequent access to the same information stored in one or more huge database and quickly process the larger number of transactions online. So these are expensive, large, high-speed multi-user system and usually house certainly in a several large cabinets. So mainframe often supports thousands of simultaneous users who can gain the access through a specialized terminals and for the smaller computers. Nearly all the mainframes have the ability to run multiple operating systems over here. Okay. Now next we will talk about mini computers. Okay. So this belongs to a class of a multi-user computer. What is multi-user? That is many people can use it, which makes up the middle range of computing spectrum in between mainframe computers and personal computers. So in modern times, such machines are sometimes referred to as a workstations. Okay, so they were a product of third generation of computers and were developed during the 60s. These are usually smaller than mainframe. The computer have large memory capacity, faster input-output device, ran in full multi-user mode, used operating system like Unix is there with a multitasking capability. Multitasking means it can do at the same time it can do complete a task multiple. Okay, so this often use the version of basic application program. Okay, so the first successful mini computer was DEX 12-bit PD8. Okay, and launched in 1964. Okay. Next is the microcomputers. You are very familiar with this one. So microcomputers comes after the mini computer. These computers include workstation, desktop, laptop. At the advent of the microprocessor in 1971, paved the way of a mini computer. With rapid development in the microprocessor design, mini computers grew small enough to be placed on a desk and cheaper enough to be owned by this individual. So most of the equipment used by a microcomputer is placed within a single case called CPU box, with some parts like keyboard, monitor, mouse are being connected externally. So originally the design was a single user system. The Altair 8800 was the first successful microcomputer built around 1975. Then many others are there. So there are different types of mini computers are available. First of all, there is a personal computer. There we are able to see. So personal computer or PC are the basically home computers. So the introduction of the IBM PC in the August 1901 is a revolutionary in the history of computing. This became highly popular, and other manufacturers also copied the IBM design and created the replicas of IBM PC. The Apple's Macintosh lines of computers are also home computer, but does not follow the IBM PC designs. So such a computer can be placed on the decks. These are called known as desktop computer. The current specifications of the personal computer includes a multiprocessor. It can be a Core i5 or Core i7. Clock pulse speed is 3 gigahertz. The RAMs varies from 4 to 8 GB, and the memory, the hard disk drive memory can be from 500 GB to 1 TB hard disk. DVD, Blu-ray combined drive is there. Various ports like USB, VG, HDMI is also available. Inbuilt sound, graphics are also available. Okay, so these are personal computers are generally uses for generally are actually used for this computer programming, digital images, video editing, browsing, email, multimedia playback, or video game playing in this case. Okay, so now we were talked about the workstations. So workstation is a high-end desktop microcomputer. So workstation is usually offers higher performance than a PC, especially with respect to the graphics, processing power, and the multitasking abilities of workstations are generally used nowadays for manipulating the complex data related to the 3D graphics animations. Okay, now we will talk about the note. Okay, so next Sun Spark Station 1 Plus is an example of the workstations of 90s. Now we will talk about the notebook PC and netbooks. Okay, so these are the portable battery operated computers and are used by the people like the business executives, salespeople, and the engineer who need a mobile computer in their field of work. So such computer can easily fit inside a briefcase and lightweighted to carry. These are also called the laptop computers, as this can be placed on the lap while working on it. Okay, so they have full size keyboard. They are having 14 to 15 inches LED, LCD, LED or TFT display is there. Touchpad is there. CD, DVD, BD drives are also there. Several ports are there. Okay, so what is netbooks then? Netbooks are also a portable computer but smaller than the traditional laptops. The cost of the netbook are lesser than the laptop, and internal components are less powerful than the regular laptops. So these are typically have 10 inches screen size. So netbooks are mainly used for the student during the assignments. Okay. Now there is a plum top computers or and tab. So this one is a small battery operated computer that can fit inside the palm of a person, and it also called a personal digital assistant, that is a PDA. Okay, so these computers are mainly used by the business person to store the contact information of an individual, perform tasks, scheduling, or to browse through the email using the internet connections. Okay, so depending upon the size and the workability, I hope the classification is of computer is clear to you. Okay, thank you, student. I'm ending my lecture over here.